Him said what now?
What just happened to TakeOff is exactly why Ye wore that White Lives Matter shirt. So for all the people who have been asking themselves, why did he wear that shirt, and calling him a coon and thinking there was something wrong with him wearing that shirt, why? He's just telling the truth. White lives matter. And everyday white people show black people that their lives matter. And everyday black people show the whole world that our lives don't matter.
Number one, this is what it looked like when you think too deeply about shallow shit. You drown in your own shallow understanding. Number two, is this man trying to capitalize off the death of a black man to try to attribute it to this man's quote unquote geniusness? So how do you explain the Confederate flag or even the Make America Great Again hat? How do you explain that? Number three, research over me search. Since y'all love to talk about black on black crime so much, let's look at the statistics. According to the FBI homicide data in 2018, 80% of the murders of white people were committed by white offenders. In that same year, according to FBI data, murders of black people, 88% was committed by black offenders. And if we dig through the data, the archive, because, facts over your pseudo-intellectual feelings, we see that throughout the years, the murder rate compared to the black community and white community is very similar. And throughout my response, I want you to be asking yourself the question, when these folks run into movie theaters, schoolhouses, and churches, or whatever it may be, and they off each other with pew-pews, do we ask the question, does white lives matter? Ask yourself that question. Number four, this man must have bumped his head because the Kanye's response to why he wore this shirt is because he has a white baby mama and her life matters. Number five, you see who he wearing this shirt next to, right? Let's see what she said about wearing the shirt.
It wasn't Kanye West that put the White Lives Matter t-shirt on first. You did. You did by intentionally ignoring what Black Lives Matter would actually mean if it was applied. It would mean taking a look at all of these statistics that I've just rattled off to you.
Speaking of stats, we now already rattled a couple about how y'all get real pathological when it comes to violent crimes in my community. But research over me surfaced to keep it going. Black people represent under 14% of the U.S. population, but they account for 53% of all people in this country who are falsely convicted of a serious crime and freed after serving at least a part of their sentence. Since we like stats so much, black people are 7.5 times more likely to be wrongly convicted of murder than whites. So you see, when it comes to the crimes that happen in our community, y'all get very pathological when you forget that most crime is based off proximity. It is really disturbing to see people ask why TakeOff is shooting dice when the broader issue is easy access to gun, ego, and people who don't respect the weight of what it means to shoot, which is reinforced by the culture because guns equal masculinity. And when you look at the statistics, you see that across the masculine board, whether we're talking about white boys, black boys, native boys, Hispanic boys, that 18 to 30-year-olds have a high rate of offing themselves, or should I say each other. Let's go back to this shirt though, because when he wore it with Candace Owens. And even though he had a very shallow response for why he wore his shirt, because it's very clear that his baby mama disagrees with a lot of his antics, especially the shirt. What did Candace Owens also say in her video in response to this shirt?
And Black culture, I have to keep reminding you that I don't want to be a part of this culture. I want to destroy it. I want to destroy it further than it's already destroyed itself. I want to go backward. Your idea of progressivism is clearly regressive.
So the same culture that Kanye West said that we should do it for, the same culture that he accuses Jewish people of trying to steal and sell back to us, is the same culture that Candace Owens says that she wants to destroy. Oh, better than that. The only reason why we know Kanye West is because the ways he's been able to profit off of black culture. So the way that he's been able to make the bag by quote unquote carrying the culture and then try to bring the parasite that tries to say that she wants to destroy the culture, it literally makes no sense. From Kanye's hit single, Slow Jams, all the way to him saying he a sick fuck, he like a quick fuck, he's been selling hypersexuality to the black community. The same culture that now they're trying to trivialize because they saying they pro-life. Conservative contradictions is recognizing they don't even get to have this whole relationship they have if Kanye doesn't contribute to the culture the way that he does. Because how much notoriety or money did Kanye gain from hopping on remixes of Chief Keef's Bang Bang? Don't like. In conclusion though, I knew a lot of you folks that swore up and down Yeezy is the beacon of truth was lost in the sauce of foolishness when this support came out right here. What does it mean to talk shit and trivialize Jewish ownership and Jewish business and Jewish control about what they're doing to the culture in your specific brand, and then turn around and walk into Skechers and try to beg them for a shoe deal? Skechers, a Jewish family. What does it make sense for you to talk all that anti-Semitic nonsense about Jewish families and then turn around and beg a Jewish family for a partnership? When it comes to Ye, what I've learned, it's a lot of folks thinking real deeply about shallow shit and they drowned in their own shallow Yeezy understandings. One day, y'all claim Kanye West is trying to save the culture, and the next day, you're completely silent on him being BFS with somebody that says they want to destroy the black culture. Now, you have to admit there's a double bind there. Either A, she sees black culture through the lens of white supremacy, that it's always already some deviant stuff that needs to be handled, or B, she's being purposely facetious and ignoring the ways in which Kanye has benefited on manufacturing a whole bunch of profits on the black community. They ain't come out as smooth as I thought it was, but y'all get the point, man. Education is elevation. I'll see y'all later.